I'm Amanda. So we're going to go through a 45-minute power flow today, and we're going to focus on abs because I just got back from vacation and I need it probably more than you do. So let's start on the forearms with the legs up. So legs are going to be at a 90-degree angle. Tuck the tail, rolling the pubis bone forward. Keep squeezing the knees and ankles together. Be mindful that you're not slouching into the chest. Keep lifting up. Good. Keep your legs together and then slowly drop them over to the right. Exhale. Inhale up. Use your hands a little bit to help guide you. Exhale to the left. Inhale up to the right and up and left. Inhale up. Now straighten the right leg. Reach the legs over to the right and up to the left. Exhale up. Switch legs to the right. Inhale up to the left and up. And then keep both legs straight. Keep lifting up through the chest and then drop both legs over to the right. Inhale up to the left and up and then to the right again. This time big wide circles all the way around. One more time to the right. Keep breathing. Come back to center and switch direction. 2 to the left. Breathe. One more. Good. And then slowly bend the knees. Come to the back. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. And then rock up and down the spine, giving yourself a little back massage. Maybe a few crunchy Rice Krispies in there. And then rock all the way over, coming to all fours. So hands stack under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, drop the chest, the belly, look up, inhale. Exhale, round, tuck the chin in. Inhale, arch the back, rolling the sitting bones up, stretching out those abs. Exhale, round. One more, inhale. And exhale. Good, neutral spine. Drop to the forearms. Keep the forearms parallel with the sides of the mat. Spread through the fingers so you're not making a fist. Use your hands and straighten the legs. So you're in a plank on the forearms. Now just bend the right knee. Keep reaching back through the left heel. Keep rolling the pubis bone forward, broadening through the back, and then switch legs. Bending the left knee, reach back through the right heel. One more time to the right, the left. 5 more. As fast or as slow as you want. Keep rolling the pubis bone forward. Find stillness. Keep this shape so you're not going to slouch and sink down. Keep lifting up. If you have to drop to your knees as a modification, know that that's okay. But see if you can. Keep the knees lifted and drop the hips over to the right and up. To the left and up. Right, up, left. One more time to the right, the left. Now lift the hips. Give yourself a break. Finding a down dog on your forearms. So spread through the fingertips, sink the heels. Keep reaching out of the shoulders. Then look forward, keep spreading through the fingers and just lift the elbows, down dog. Breathe. Exhale a little deeper. Look between the hands and walk feet to hands. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Feet together, bend the knees, sweep the arms. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank. Breathe, lengthen in your plank. Exhale slowly, chaturanga. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, back down dog. Left heel in, right foot lunges. Inhale, warrior one. Lower the hands, step back. Same exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Other side, right heel in, left foot lunges. Inhale, arms up. Lower. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale. And exhale. Down dog for 5 breaths. Keep sinking the heels, reaching out of the shoulders, checking in, making sure the weight is equally distributed between the hands and the feet. Oftentimes, down dogs look kind of like this, where it's a plank almost. And you're going to burn out your arms a lot, so you want to keep shifting back. If you feel your shoulders are getting caught up, or maybe your hamstrings aren't allowing you to reach back so much, then just bend your knees a little. See if you can get more of the rotation in the shoulders by doing that. One more breath here. Exhale a little deeper. Look between the hands. Come high up onto the toes. Walk or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Feet together, bend the knees, sweep the arms. Inhale, chair. Get a little bit lower. Squeezing knees and ankles together. Tuck the tail. Good. Keep reaching forward. Get lower through the hips. Ardha Utkatasana. Back is flat. Gaze is down. Shoulders drawing down. Fingers reaching forward. Reach back through the hips. Get into that imaginary chair behind you. Get a little bit lower. Lift all 10 toes. Good. Interlace the hands behind the back. Keep the knees bent. Keep the chest glued to the thighs as you fold forward. Allow the head to hang. Keep pulling the palms together. One more. Good. Keep the knees bent. Bring the hands to the lower back and slowly come up to standing. Little baby back bend at the top. Inhale. Neutral spine. Release the hands. Keep the feet together. Keep the gaze forward and inhale both arms up. Interlace the hands except for the pointer finger. Reach to the right. Keep grounding through the left foot. If you want a little extra, you can turn the gaze up or lower your right hand. Inhale and exhale. One more. Getting into that side body. Push the hips towards the left a little more. Good. Inhale. Both arms up. Keep the fingers interlaced or lace them up. Draw those shoulders down. Tuck the tail in. Other side. Maybe lower the left hand. Turn the gaze up. Breathe. Push the hips towards the right. One more. Good. Inhale up. Swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Ground the palms. Walk or jump back, plank. Keep the feet together. Big toes and heels touch. Left hand under the nose. Roll to the outer edge of the left foot, reaching the right hand up. Breathe. Side plank. So keep lifting those hips. Turn the top palm to face forward and reach up over the ear. If balance is good today, turn your gaze up. Keep lifting those hips, feeling the obliques. Good. Right arm up. Now slowly with control, lower the hips, just the hips, and then pop up. One more. Good. Right arm down. Establish the midline, your plank. Keep the feet squeezing together, those legs together. Other side, rolling to the outer edge of the right foot. Lift the left hand. Keep lifting the hips, stacking the feet. Reach up over the top ear. Breathe. Left arm up, broaden, and then slowly lower the hips. Inhale up. Lower the hips one more time. Inhale up. Good. Lower the left hand. Now lower to the forearms. Pause. Keep broadening through the shoulders and come on up onto plank. One more time, forearms. Up to the hands. And then switch directions. So whichever hand you did last, do the opposite. One more time. Last time, down to the forearms. And then just lower the hips. Coming into Sphinx pose, so point the toes. Soften the glutes. Roll the pubis bone into the mat and pull the shoulders back. It's just a nice stretch, spreading through the fingers, opening up the heart. Breathe. Good. Keep the knees down and push back to child. Big toes touch, knees are open. Just getting into the lower back, settling in, softening, checking in with the breathing. And then push up to down dog. Turn the left heel in, lunge the right foot forward. Inhale, arms up, warrior one. Breathe. Keep pulling the right hip back, left hip forward, shoulders down the back. Open up, warrior two. Pulling the shoulders down, lengthening through the arms, get a little bit lower. And then right elbow to the inside of the knee, left arm up. Keep getting lower through the legs. Grounding the outer edge of the back foot, reach up over the left ear. Creating one straight line from the left heel to the left fingers. Good, left arm up. Use that left arm to bring you back up to warrior two. Legs don't move. Good, now interlace the hands behind the back. Draw the knuckles towards the floor. Pull the shoulders back and bring the right shoulder to the outside of the right knee. Reach forward through the crown of the head and lengthen through the arm. So the knuckles are reaching towards that back foot. Keep spinning the left ribs up. Breathe. Gaze is up if possible. Now don't move your legs and just roll the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee, bringing the hands up over your head now. Allow the head to hang as you ground the outer edge of that back foot. Breathe. Now don't move your legs. Bring the torso in between your legs. Hands over your head now. Keep getting lower. Be mindful of where that right knee goes. It wants to roll in towards the left. Keep pulling it out. Work your forehead towards the floor. Bring the hands a little further to the mat. One more breath. Now here's the fun part. Try to keep your legs as they are without moving them. Bring the hands to the lower back and lift your chest. Ooh, yeah. Little back bend and release. Good, arms out wide. Cartwheel the arms around, both hands to the inside of the right foot, spin the left heel up. Heel toe that right foot out, setting up lizard. So you can lower the back knee for a more restorative pose, you can keep it lifted, or if you have space today, forearms. Just here for a nice hip opener and a break from that intense warrior series. Enjoy. Can you pull your right sitting bone back and lengthen forward, pulling the shoulders away from the hips? Breathe. One more breath. Keep grounding that right big toe. Everyone up onto the hands. Lift the back knee. Keep the shoulders stacked over the wrists so your whole body's not going to move. It's a very controlled movement. You just keep your shoulders stacked and step that right foot back. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Good, preparing for the other side. Find your down dog, check out your breathing. Exhale a little deeper. And then turn the right heel in. Lunge the left foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Squaring off those hips, grounding the outer edge of the back foot, get a little bit lower. And then open up to warrior two. Still grounding the outer edge of that back foot. The back foot's now parallel with the back of the mat. So your hips are nice and open. Pulling that right hip back, pulling the left knee towards the left pinky toe, get lower. Left elbow to the inside of the knee, right arm up. Get lower through that leg and turn the top palm to face forward. Pulling the right ribs up. Keep lifting the right inner thigh. One more breath. Good, right arm up. Back to warrior two. Now interlace the hands. Opposite thumb in front this time. So whatever was the unnatural way to clasp your hands, it's tricky, interesting, those little modifications. Can you tuck your tail, pulling the pubis bone forward, draw the knuckles towards the floor. Open up the chest, and just keep lengthening through the arms as you bring the left shoulder to the outside of the left knee. Keep tucking the tail, reaching the knuckles towards that back heel, and start to spin your right ribs up. Breathe. Keep getting lower through that left knee. That left knee is reaching towards the pinky toe, so it's not collapsing in. Keep the legs as they are and roll the left shoulder to the inside of the knee, hands over the head. Breathe deeply. One more. Allow the head just to hang. Now the fun part, keep the legs as they are and bring your chest towards the center. Keep turning the left knee out, get lower through that left leg, hands reaching further, forehead reaching down. Breathe. One more breath. Try to keep the legs as they are. Bring the hands to the lower back. Yeah, that's a tricky one, huh? Good, release the arms. Cartwheel the arms around, both hands to the inside of the left foot, spin the back heel up. Setting up your lizard, taking a breather. Forearms, keep the knee lifted, whatever you did last time. Keep grounding the left big toe. So even if you chose a different modification than what I'm doing, just keep grounding your left big toe, working to keep that knee close into the shoulder. Breathe. Pull that left sitting bone back, and can you pull your chest away from the hips? One more breath. Good. Come on up onto the hands. Keep the shoulders stacked over the wrist. Tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. Again, controlled movement. The shoulders, the upper body doesn't move, and you just step the left foot back. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale back. Breathe. Sink the heels. Lift the right leg. Keep the hip closed, reaching back through that right heel. And then knee into the nose, shoulders forward, hover. Bring the right knee to the right armpit, hover. Bring the right knee to the right wrist, hover. Right knee to left wrist. Right knee to left armpit. One more time. Right armpit, right wrist, left armpit. Back to center. Step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, both arms up, crescent lunge. Get low through those hips, tucking the tail, pulling the right hip back, the left hip forward. Palms come together to heart center. You can always lower the back knee as a modification. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Keep bending the right knee. Inhale. And exhale. You may exalt the arms. If you're going to exalt the arms, just make sure that left shoulder is outside of your right knee. If that's comfy today, you can always wrap and bind. Breathe. Keep straightening the back leg, spinning the heart up. One more breath. Good. Unwind. Hands to either side of the foot. Shift the weight into your right foot. Lift the left leg up for standing split. Soften the head. You can wrap the right arm around your right calf. Keep working the chest towards the standing leg, lifting the left leg up higher. Allow the head to hang. Breathe. One more. Good, and then bend both knees. Bring the left knee to the outer edge of the right ankle for seated Ardha Matsyendrasana. Wiggling the left heel out of the way to drop that right hip. Ground the right big toe, right hand behind the back, left arm up. Lengthen, and then hook the elbow to the knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. So another deep twist. Keep lengthening on the inhale to get the length, the height, and then exhale all the air out so you can twist deeper. It helps when your ribs are empty to twist. When your ribs are empty, lungs is what I meant. Yeah, you knew what I meant, right? Inhale and exhale. Good. Unwind the twist, counter over to the left, fold towards the floor. And then inhale up. And stack the shins on top of one another. So you're going to bring the left heel forward and stack the right heel on top of the left knee. If this is intense, I know it is. I know it's not easy, but you want to start to get into those hips. You want to start to stack your shins. If you're kind of like this and you're having a hard time sitting up by doing this and your legs are more like this, then you may want to just choose lying on your back and getting into your hips this way. Otherwise, keep lifting up. Keep lifting up so you're sitting up straight and I like to kind of lean into that top shin as a self-assist. That might be too much. You'll know if it is. So wherever you're at, you're either lying on your back, sitting in this double pigeon, or starting to walk it forward. We're using this as a hip opener and a break. Take one more breath. Good. Walk the hands in. Roll over the ankles, shoot the legs back, vinyasa. Good, lift the left leg. Keep the hip closed, reaching back through that left heel. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Keep sinking the right heel towards the floor. Lengthen through the legs. Good, knee into the nose, shoulders forward, hover. Left knee to the left armpit, hover. To the wrist. To the right wrist. To the right armpit. Left knee to the left armpit. To the left wrist. The right wrist. Lift up. Back to center, knee into nose, and lunge the left foot in between the hands. Good, breathe. Inhale, arms up, crescent lunge. Get nice and deep into those hips, pulling the left hip back, the right hip forward. And then hands to heart center. You can lower the back knee, even just to set up the twist. I like to do that. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Keep grounding through the left big toe, and then choose if you want to lift that back knee. Inhale. Feel free to exalt the arms or wrap and bind, whatever you did last time. Take your time. We're here for a few more breaths. One more, inhale. Good. Unwind the twist. Hands to either side of the left foot. Shift the weight into the left, lifting the right leg for standing split. Wrap and bind, working the chest towards that standing leg. Lift the foot a little higher. And then bend both knees. Bring the right knee to the outer edge of the left ankle for seated Ardha Matsyendrasana. Get the right heel out of the way to drop the left hip. Ground the left big toe. Left hand behind the back, right arm up, lengthen. Hook the elbow to the knee and twist. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. One more. Good, unwind, setting up that double pigeon. Again, you can roll onto your back, making sure the left knee is up this time, or go into that double pigeon. You'll know what's right. Keep flexing the feet, whatever option you're in, and either lean onto that top shin or just stay upright or start to fold. Keep the feet active and breathe. We're not here that long. Two more deep, long breaths. One more. Good. Slowly come up, cross the ankles, shoot the legs back, vinyasa. Inhale. Stay here in the up dog. So see if you can float your knees up off the mat. So eventually in your up dog, just the hands and the tops of the feet are touching. And then pull the shoulders back. A lot of people say to look up. It's not a big deal if you want to, but I prefer looking forward and pulling the shoulders back. Gaze over to the left. Keep pulling that right shoulder back. Gaze center to the right, pulling that left shoulder back. Back to center, now over to the left. Your hips can go to the right, just getting into that psoas. Other side. Back to center, down dog. Breathe. Turn the right heel in, lunge the left foot forward, and walk the hands to the center of the mat. Heels out, toes in. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Walking the hands back, keeping the weight in the toes rather than the heels. So you're shifting your hips slightly forward. Hands to the hips, draw the elbows together behind the back, and inhale up to standing. Good, turn the left toes out. Keep your stance short, so it's shorter than a warrior. You may even bring that back heel up a bit. Good, arms out wide. Inhale, reach towards the front of the mat, and then tilt to triangle. One of my favorite poses. It is difficult to get into that psoas muscle, so enjoy this pose. If you're sinking into your left bottom shin, can you keep that hand open? So you're using gravity to really get into that side. Breathe. If you want a little extra, you can reach up over the ear. Keep grounding through the big toes, squeezing through the hips. If you still want a little extra and your lower back isn't tricky today, you can reach the left arm up like you're holding a beach ball above your head. Smile. This is one of my least favorite things to do. Inhale. Good, and then come on up. Nice. Rotate the feet. So the left toes are in, right toes out, arms out wide. Inhale, reach towards the back, and then tilt to triangle on the other side. Again, you're not trying to sink into that bottom shin. See if you can keep your palm open. Stacking left shoulder on top of right. Reach up over the ear. Breathe. Stay here, or if you can, squeeze into the hips. Use your legs as you bring that right hand up. Keep lengthening, pulling the shoulders away from the hips. One more. Good. Inhale up. Turn the right toes in. Both arms down the center and fold. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. You can lengthen your stance a bit and then hook the middle and index finger with the big toes. Try not to balance. So most people kind of hook their thumbs here and use that as a way to balance. See if you can tuck your thumbs in and use your feet to balance yourself. So you're grounding the outer edges of the feet. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Pulling the elbows away from one another, crown of the head down. One more. Good. Inhale, look out. Release the toes. Walk the hands over to the right. Lower the left knee. Straighten the right leg for half split. So you're pulling the right hip back. Inhale, look out, lengthen. And exhale, fold over the right leg. Working the torso towards that straight leg. Getting into the hamstring, all that good stuff. Breathe, keep softening the head. Notice the foot. So that gives you a lot of information. Where do your toes go? Most often, the toes kind of roll over to the right. So see if you can keep your toes facing the ceiling and notice if that gives you information on what's tight through the back of that leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more. Good. Now look forward, bend the right knee. Stack the right knee over the front ankle. Left hand down. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. Hook the right big toe. So that middle and index finger hooks the big toe again. Roll to the outer edge of the left foot and come up with your right foot for Vashisthasana. Keep lifting the hips. It's all obliques. Breathe. Pull the right hip up. One more breath. Keep that foot hooked and bring the right foot back to where it was. Then, without any fancy transition, just rotate to the other side. Lower the back knee, straighten the left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Making sure that your hips are square. Taking a look at where that foot is. See if you can keep your toes facing the ceiling. Inhale. And exhale. Soften the jaw. One more breath. Good. Inhale, look out. Bend the left knee. Stacking the left ankle under that knee, right hand down. Hook the middle and index finger of the left hand with that left big toe. Straighten the back knee, roll to the outer edge of the right foot, and come up with the left leg. Keep lifting the hips. Breathe, hook the toe. Push into that big toe. Get a little higher, one more breath. Good. And then slowly lunge the left foot forward again. Bend the left knee. Step back, chaturanga. Exhale, inhale out. And exhale back. One more breath. Good, look between the hands, walk or jump feet all the way through, coming to Dandasana. So, peel the flesh away from the sitting bones. Hands next to the hips. Feet are active. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. You're working the torso over the legs. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale brings you up. Keep the left leg straight. Bring the right foot to the left inner thigh. Peel the flesh away. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Inhale. One more. Good. Slowly come up and switch legs. Right leg is straight, left foot to the right inner thigh. Peel the flesh away. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale. Can you lengthen through the front body? Exhale a little bit deeper. Inhale up. Soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana, bringing the heels close into the hips, hooking the big toes. Can you use the inner thighs to work the knees down? Pull the shoulders back, elbows in. This might be plenty, just sitting up straight, or you can start to hinge forward. But don't hinge forward if you start to round and drop your shoulders and round your back. Then you've lost the integrity of the pose. So see if you can keep, if you are going to fold forward, you just keep your back flat, keep the shoulders pulling back, the heart is still open, and you just hinge like a board. Now I know I can't quite hinge like a board, so I'm going to stay about half. One more. Good. Inhale up, cross the ankles, and move through one last vinyasa. From down dog again, walk or jump all the way through, lying on the back. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. And then bring both legs up. Hands next to the hips. Now bring your arms out wide like a T. Palms are facing down. You're going to use your arms, trust me. So keep your legs as straight as possible. Lift the hips up and over to the right an inch or two. So you're just kind of swiveling the hips. Keep squeezing knees and ankles together. Really use your hands as you lower your legs over to the left. Control them. Try to keep your feet in line with the hips. Tendencies that they want to roll forward, don't let them. Breathe. Lower an inch. Keep working your right shoulder down. One more breath. Good, and then lower all the way down to the floor. I'm going to get my mic out of the way here. See if you can bring your left hand to the outside of your right foot for a nice twist. Inhale. Keep dropping that right hip down and twist. Gaze over to the right. If you want a little extra today, you can bend the bottom leg. Reach with your right hand and grab your left foot. And then work your knees away from one another. And then that helps to kind of spin, working your right shoulder down. So you can either stay where you just were or go for that foot. It's a nice quad stretch too. One more breath. Good. Release the foot. Stack both legs together, the fun part. So push into the hands. Try to keep your feet in line with the hips. Really push into the right side as you bring your legs up. Lift the hips and swivel them up and over to the left. Keep squeezing legs together and slowly lower them to the right. You're working to keep your left bottom ribs down on the mat. Use that right hand. I promise it helps. Breathe. If you're shaking, you're doing it properly. Lower an inch. One more breath. Good, and then come all the way down. See if you can bring your right hand to the outside of your left foot. Stay here, just work on stacking the hips and pulling that left shoulder back. Or if you want a little extra, you can bend the bottom leg, work the knees apart, and grab the right foot with the left hand. Inhale. And exhale. Gazes to the left, breathe deeply. One more. Good. Release the bottom foot. Stack feet. Push into the hands. Squeeze legs together, ankles together, and come on up, bringing your feet up the way they went down. Nice. Swivel the hips back to center, and then lower the feet onto the mat. Feet are hip-width apart, lift the hips for a nice bridge pose. You can interlace the hands behind the back or grab your ankles, whatever feels best. Can you bring your chin away from the chest? Keep lifting the hips. Stay strong through the legs, like your big toes are working to touch one another. Get the hips a little higher, breathe. Good, slowly lower. Preparing for one more back bend. Could be that exact same thing, that bridge. Otherwise, you can bring your hands under the shoulders. If you're not quite sure about this one, then just leave it out. It's not a big deal. So, whichever option you want. Stay strong through the legs. Inhale. Come on up onto the crown of the head and then push up to a full wheel or your bridge again. Can you work on straightening the arms, straightening the legs, keeping the knees towards one another, the big toes reaching? One more breath. Good, tuck the chin and slowly lower down. Just neutralize the spine. Coming into Supta Dandasana, both legs are up. And then slowly lower the legs. Use your hands. Pause right before they touch the floor. Lift the chest and scissor. See if you can lower them an inch and then come up a few feet and then lower. One more. Up. Back down. Good. And then all the way down. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. If you didn't get a nice twist last time and you want to just end with a reclining twist, maybe eagle legs. Yeah, let's all do that actually. That feels good. So bring the left knee in front of the right. Hook your toes if possible. And then just drop both knees over to the right. Gaze to the left. Come on up, back to center. Unwind the legs, other side, so right knee's on top. Double hook. If the toes don't go around the calf, it's not a big deal. Just do what you can. And then drop the knees over to the left. Breathe. Good, unwind. Shavasana. So allow the feet to flop out, the palms to fall open. Just close the eyes, a shirt, towel, something over the eyes. So I know we power through that. Most of us are doing CrossFit or doing weight training, all kinds of stuff, running, cardio. The list is endless. So that is even more of a reason why doing less is so important. So can you just lie here on your mat, completely still, completely at peace with where you are right now in this moment for just a few moments out of your day. Letting go of the hands, the feet, the inner thighs. Sometimes I like to kind of shake my legs, maybe rock my head a little side to side and just notice if there's anything else I'm gripping onto physically. See if you can just soften the lips, allow the eyes to settle into the sockets. Let the breathing just become effortless, natural. Now, if you have the time today and you want to stay in Shavasana, I would highly encourage you to do that. But if you're like me and you're on to the next thing, then I get it. So go ahead and start to rock your head a little side to side, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. It's not always about how long you can stay in Shavasana, but if you can continue your Shavasana no matter what's happening around you. So that's really our work, is to keep that calmness about ourselves no matter what. Whether the kids are running around the house screaming or got into an argument with our boss or who knows. The list is endless, right? But it's up to us to deal with things better. So if you're with me, join me in a nice, comfortable seated position, just bringing the hands into Anjali Mudra as you recognize your efforts. Knowing it took a lot to roll out your mat and practice today, thank yourself for maintaining the discipline it requires for this practice. I thank each one of you for joining me, tuning in. May this practice teach us how to strengthen our body and our mind, and how to also simplify things, to do less. Thank you as always. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Namaste.